Okay, I think this thing is on. Hey yo, everybody! I'm Braxton Wise of Third Coffee Studio, and today I think we're gonna finish Whiskers and Webfoot. It's been a journey. We may or may not come back to this in the future. I'm thinking when we start working on backgrounds, I'll bring in some of our past pieces and use those rather than to make brand new stuff. You know, like a brand new drawing on top of a background. We already have stuff that needs backgrounds, so why not? Okay. Also, I'm loving my mic today. It doesn't sound awful. It's probably just a me thing. What was that I accidentally touched that with? There. I think it was this. What is this? Gauze? Oh my gauze. Just get rid of that. I'm feeling like I need to change these brush shapes a little bit. Or create like a new brush shape. Alright, I think we got the eyes. I don't know what I'm going to do about this. I mean, should I do that? Sort of, no, because it kind of gives it the illusion of hair, fur, but it's not really. Because it's taken the rest of it along with it. Yeah, so we can't do that here. So we did this anyway just because of the oh, because of having a shade. And we had to just drag through it. And we'll just fix this. Just like we would with real paint. Do I have size on? I do. Turn off size a little bit. Alright. Am I going to change the saddle color? I don't know. Let's worry about finishing this part here. And then we'll deal with it. I'll overlay not the mode, but in other words, I'll put a layer above and change the saddle color that way instead of changing it down here. And some of these color shifts are so subtle. I have to get right up here where I can't really see it. Alright. Where's my smudge? Works wonders. And I don't know if we're gonna mess with the cat fur any further. We may. I don't know. I need more of a plan to figure that out. As it is, it's kind of passable, but it's just something I'll have to work on in other projects. This is fine. I have like a stray brush mark here. We'll just leave it. It adds character. Okay, so I think what I want to do is work on the frog's eyes. And do kind of the same thing we did with the cat. Now what did we choose for this? It was sort of a greenish. We also need to redo these too. Come down here to the originals and just wipe the pupils out. They need to be separate. There's so many areas that I skipped because I had the underpainting on. Welcome in, Woo Woo. It's been okay so far. I went rummaging around, cleaned up a room that I haven't cleaned up in a long time. Found a bunch of art supplies. Stuff that I knew I had. I was just like, I was sure I had all this stuff. Where did I put everything? I found it. I just don't really use that room. It kind of has... I don't know. It's personal. But I did clean. And I did find my stuff. I have like a really good watercolor paper too. A brand called Arche. I think it's supposed to be pronounced Arche. It's French. So that means you should assume that at least half the letters are silent. Many people call it arches, but I think the ES at the end is silent. I think it's Arche. Anyway, and that's what sucks, because French stuff is, you know, people don't know how to pronounce French stuff, and it's so prevalent in art. So you get to listen to all these, like if you're watching any art videos of anybody who's like under the age of 30, they're gonna be saying words they've never heard anyone say before. I think they used to teach us things like this in school. Gone are those days. You know, like there's this I also used to speak German as a child. So there's this really well-known brand of kind of workhorse airbrush called Pasha. Paashe. And you got people on YouTube calling it Pache. Pache? Really? Pache. It's not... It's a German word. It's a last name. In what planet would it ever have an A sound at the end? Ever. What universe? But maybe I'm just being a jerk. Because I used to speak German. I say used to. What's up, Yadasak? Welcome in. I learned German as a child. Back in the 80s. So I learned it like a child. But then without using it, you know, see, that way you sort of just memorize it. It just sort of sinks into your brain for some weird reason when you're a kid. But if you don't use it, eventually you forget it. I think Dizzy, a friend of mine who is Romanian and lives in the US now and has for like, I don't know, a long time. And like he forgets some of his own vocabulary when speaking to people from home. Like he still knows how to speak Romanian, but he's like surprisingly lost like a lot of his vocabulary. He's made mention of that on several occasions. Oh, you did German in school? Your exam? Oh, okay, you did your exam and then that was it. Right. It was required in my school to take Spanish and French. Back in the day. Back in the olden times. That's probably why, like, I would bet, like, most of us over the age of, say, 35 probably speak some Spanish because of that. I don't think they have that now, though. I think the budget gets cut. But I was a 70s baby, and things changed, like shifted very radically in the direction of education and arts and stuff. So I'm kind of a product of that era where we had as far as school-wise, we had good funding. You know, it's kind of a pushback from the crap that happened in the 60s. You know, like everyone pushed real hard to the left. We did luck out. Hold on. Funny enough, I was watching videos from this woman in Cincinnati who is from Germany. Oh, she's like a transplant from Germany. Okay. Oh, the words we all say wrong that are German. Really? But she still sounded American otherwise, apart from some odd bits. She must have come over here as she while she was still really young. If you have a good clean accent, like a native, you sound pretty native, you probably learned it as a child. Once you get older, you get like, I don't know, 13, 14, your brain loses that ability to mimic sounds easily. So you won't be like, you can't, if you speak another language, don't feel bad that you have an accent, because you're always going to have an accent, in other words, especially if you learned as an adult. Don't stress. Just work on being understood and having a vocabulary, and that's it. Don't worry. I've known a lot of people who weren't native English speakers and had lots of anxiety about their accent. And like, you're fine. Plus, you can't just wipe it away like you're trying to do. So just relax. It's not something you can fix. Not without like lots of language lessons. You can do like vocal. I think there are like, you could probably study hard and maybe learn to fake it a bit. But you still wouldn't, like natives would still kind of hear it every once in a while, right? Because it's so difficult to perfect, especially as an adult. Like actors probably sit there for hours and hours and hours with a language coach, because there are language coaches that just specialize in teaching actors how to sound British or French or whatever, but they're just trying to make them passable. They can't hold on to that crap. It only happens for for the duration of the movie, and then without like constant practice, I think they lose it again. And that's just learning an accent rather than words. Throw the video in random. Okay. Why are we talking about that now? I just forgot why we're even on this subject. This hat feels too far forward. Oh, we're also working on the eyes, but I need to tighten everything up too. Oh yeah, Pasha, right. And there's people calling it Pache. And I'm just like face palming. I'm like, I'm not even gonna post a comment. I'm just gonna leave it alone. Did I make a pupil layer? Really? I made a whole pupil layer? Oh, I did. Okay. Pupil layer. Well, I guess then we're on the pupil layer. So we have to figure out how to make sus eyes for this frog. A tangent about German pronunciation. Well, of course, that's a thing. It's fine. People on YouTube love a good story. They probably like good stories, though, so... I don't know. Probably still missed the mark. What should we do with... the... like, here, sus frog. See, sus frog has kind of like a thing. Like that. How about that? And that has to be... facing forward. Like that? Does that make him look sad still? How about we do that? That's kind of a cool shape. I'll never be able to duplicate these. I don't know. I don't know. Something seems off. They are kind of close in. What if we... completely erase that? Isn't that what I already did, kinda? I guess not. Here I thought frog eyes were gonna be easy. Oh, how wrong you were, Braxton Wise. How sad for you to be so wrong. Maybe that works. Let's grab the airbrush and I don't know, figure out what we're gonna put inside the eyes. Like that, maybe? Okay. It's gonna drive me crazy going through the layers to erase those later, but it's fine. I don't like that color on these. Hey Strider, welcome in. Yeah, I don't like it. Already hate it. Let's see. How do we fix this? Maybe blue? No. We could take some of this instead. Aha! And warm that a little bit. Of course, it's weird in his eyes of that orangey. So I'm probably gonna have to finagle this a little bit. Or something. No. Let's see. Let's pick up that color down here again. See if we can... I don't know. I don't know what. What if we do something like that? No. I don't like it. Let's try again. This is the stream. Drawing frog eyes. Isn't it the same eye color? Yeah. All right. Do you want to do it that way? I don't know if my normal blending will work in this way. No. Wait, you broke something? Or is this just an accusation of breakage? Because there's two different things. Oh, I see. This just does not look right. Alright, I think what I need to do is get out of this yellow. This green yellow here is causing a desaturation. I think that's the problem. I know it's thinky. There's color theory going on right now, but I think that's what's going on. Yeah, because anyway, yeah. The red and the orange is desaturating because of the green and the yellow. You see what I'm saying? If that makes sense, right? Because blue and orange. Well, I mean the blue and the green. Well, the green, because there's blue and green, and so there's blue in the yellow, or in the yellow green. I guess I'm not saying it correctly. There is blue in the yellow green, which is desaturating and muddying the color. If we move to a yellow instead of a yellow orange, it looks better, although I'm not getting the shape right yet because I'm still trying to figure this out. But it's Color Theory 101. He didn't know we were going to get technical today. But we did that. Oh, we did that. How are we going to do this? I don't know. This is my smudge, for those who are wondering what I'm doing. Because I'm wondering what I'm doing. So it's as much for me as it is for you. Yeah, I don't know. Strider is very patient. That's right. Oh, don't do that. I don't even know how to frog eyes. Do you even frog eye, Braxton? No, apparently. Not really. Like, how the hell did I do this? Why can't I do that on here? Because they're different kinds of eyes, Braxton. I know. No, it hasn't. It seems okay. There's a little swimminess, but it's not like... it seems okay. It might literally have been the RF interference. All right. I don't know what we're gonna do. Let's grab... well, I think it's this. What is this? Something like that. Yeah, I don't think we're getting better than this. I think that's about as all we can do. Hey, DeadSeg. I have not done any commissions yet. No, at least not lately. We're still kind of working on that stuff. It's all a learning experience. Why haven't I? I'm just trying to skill build right now. Although I am working on merch designs. I just haven't really put in a lot of thought into doing commissions yet. I was really more going to do that with oil painting rather than digital. Oh yeah, there would be frog merch. Of course, I don't know if you can... I guess that would be kind of... You could commission designs for merch, right? Like, say you're someone who does print on demand and you want original designs so that your stuff stands out. You could pay an artist to make like original t-shirt designs or coffee mug designs or something. That's something I haven't really thought about. So maybe part of the answer is I haven't thought about it in that way. Yeah. It's something to think about. Because I intend to make a living or intend to make money at it. So it's good that you bring that up. Those eyes are feeling better. I think I went too strong on the eyes. Because all we need is just a little bit of, are we still on the eye layer? Yes. Because I'm really just looking for a little bit of shadow on the edges. Although this isn't kind of what I would want it to be. They don't really have eyelids like hanging out over and shading out their face like we would. Or like the cat. You know, because their eyes stick out away from their head. They protrude. And especially this frog, which is completely made up. This is not a real species. Um, the cat has, even though they don't really have eyelids in that same way, we have sort of like an overhang because of the forehead. I don't know what this area is. This is the frontal bone, I think. But I don't know what that is on a cat, what they call it there. But there's some kind of a brow ridge, whereas they don't have that. Of course, he has a top hat. I guess that substitutes as a brow ridge, doesn't it? Anyway, this one kind of worked better to have you know, this sort of creating this layer effect, this sort of shadow right there, which I was hoping I could get on the frog, but I don't think the eyes really support that. And I was struggling for like 3 hours to figure those out. Alright, let's go to... Maybe the pupils are sus enough. The highlights seem... I don't know, let's... I don't really want to freak out over highlights. I feel like it's probably a better idea to just leave well enough alone, right? Like something like that, and not get too nitpicky about the shines, just as long as they're there for right now. Another thing, woo-woo I was talking about was, well, now I just completely forgot. Somehow the words just got jumbled up in my head. What was I talking about? My suggestion, art commission better, where find the job. You know what? I really don't know. And since I'm not selling anything professionally right now, I have no idea. Although one thing I was thinking about was getting into like the local like art festivals next year, because I don't have any inventory for this year. As this is kind of a building year, I don't have any paintings, like oil paintings, ready. But I'm thinking I could get ready. Maybe by next year. Do some art community stuff. Do I want to try and do that with this? I don't want that up there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you can... Dealing with commissions is a completely different thing, too. I have done that stuff in the past, and I'm kind of building myself up again to maybe do commissions these days, but it's difficult to deal with somebody, like with other people. Some people are really hard to work with. And all they want is to exploit the artist. So it's going to be like this constant struggle of trying to get paid, or a balance between that and dealing with being told what to do by the person who's paying you, and you're saying, but this will look stupid. Just let me do it. Let me do it this other way, and you'll like it better. I've had arguments like that. You know, you try and offer your suggestions as to what they're wanting, and I don't know if that's a good idea or not either. It probably isn't. Probably better to just do what you're told. Collect the check. And I think if you're doing commissions, you got to get into the community, which is what I'm going to try to do. Maybe, who knows, maybe I'll get into a gallery. No, galleries take a lot of money. They're just as greedy as everybody else. They want free inventory, and they want to take half of everything. Do I want that ridge? I'm still feeling no on this. I'm also thinking like what it would be like to have an art job. I feel like I would feel exploited as well. You know, like there's a reason that that they're hiring you. And eventually that reason might go away. And then you become disposable. You know, they just hired you because it was easier than paying you commissions for each thing. Then they could lock you down to an hourly wage and make you output a ton of work, and then they can fire you and keep all your stuff because that's probably part of the deal. I don't know. I don't even know how they do it. I have never been in a gallery. I've never had a show. I used to get commission work. I did portraits with graphite, and I also did like landscape paintings and things like that with oils. I have so messed up this eye. Like this eye is trash right now. And so I would get work from word of mouth. I don't even know if that works these days now. It must. Right? Word of mouth is still a thing, I think. I don't know. I feel like we should just leave these eyes alone. It's just freaking me out. Although, if you can find like a side job, you know, even just a part-time job, just flipping burgers or whatever, that's probably the best thing you can do until you find like a pathway into, you know, like the art circle, right? That'd be cool though. Although I don't know what it'd be like doing like comics and stuff, like David Finch. I watch his channel a lot. And I don't know if he's active in it anymore. It was really just a way for him to promote his stuff. But that's why all artists are here on YouTube, is to promote their stuff. I somehow have really messed up this eye. I think it's because of this green stuff that I put down. This edge. I promise I'm going to stop fussing with this in a second. And we'll just leave it. So anyway, when we start doing backgrounds, I think I'm going to bring in all the old pieces that we did and do backgrounds for those, like this one. So we'll revisit them. That's what I'm thinking. I think I'm okay with the eyes for now. I don't think that those... I don't know. I don't think I can get better at the frog eyes. I think we kind of nailed the cat eyes. I'll have to remember how to do that in the future, which I'll probably have to come back to this one to look at it. Let's start cleaning up and tidying. Yeah, let's go to the one where I know the colors are at. Most of them. And try and wipe away my stuff. In other stuff that I've created recently, like off stream, I've started doing a palette layer, because I like mixing my colors on the canvas this way rather than picking them from the wheel. And it feels more like I'm always trying to emulate what it feels like to paint with real paint, because that's how I'm more comfortable. And this is kind of one of those things that just sort of makes me feel a little bit more solid when I am mixing colors, is to actually mix them rather than choose them from a square and a circle. Let's see, we'll leave the edge of that hat sketchy. What layer is this on? Oh, I think all that's on the eyes layer. And then we'll go around and just tighten up on some stuff, and I'll see about this saddle color as well. Saddle. And which brush? That one will be fine. See, we have like a... I like this. Let's see, what if we do that here? And no, not for that. We'll do this and maybe that. And the two pink. No, still don't like it. This brush is a little bit wild on the top edge. You see it kind of goes up above itself. I put a lot of transparency into that brush. And so its upper edge is a bit much. I'm so proud of that saddle stitching. Although I think we can do better now. What do we think of that? I'm not liking these colors. If we did this, it's too close to the cat's fur color. But I don't like yeah, do I really want to sit through repainting that whole saddle again? Because we're going to have to redo all of it. We're going to have to come in here and like everything. The shadow. Everything. I shouldn't do that. It keeps mixing it with white. I should stop taking that. It matches too much with the cat's fur too. So I probably should just leave it like that. And just tighten up. I'm really not liking this part. Yeah, it does stand out from the cat. I just really want this to be some other color. This blanket thing that's on it. Let's do a shadow. cat shadow. And are we gonna shade it like that? We'll smudge the edge of that. Yeah, we haven't had any brush freakouts. Which is pretty good. Although I feel like it wants to. So I feel like it is. It's just the frequency can't get to it. Like I felt moments where it kind of wanted to. Do I just use blur? Yes. What is the sound that they're using in this song? There's this strange sound every once in a while that happens. That, you know, what is that? It's freaking me out. I listen to this song like every damn day. We need to find something else to listen to. Although we could do completely silent streams too. That might be good. I have a painting that I've been prepping. I might start painting on it today. When I do an underpainting with acrylic, I usually give it like a week before I put oils on top. It should be ready. It is, I'm just procrastinating. I have to draw through it. There. Just hit that slightly. I don't want to go too far with that. That gives a little dimensionality, huh? And saddle. What do we pick for this? Yeah, I don't like that either. Let's try a something a little softer. Darker. The thing with this is you can never get into the edge of anything. It's always faded like that. I have such a hard time with this airbrush because of that, because I can't get back into the edges of stuff. Like right in the corner, it always wants to stay, like there's always this halo that never goes away. No matter what, it's just there forever. Maybe I just don't know how to use the tool right. That kind of sucks. Did I have all this on one layer? Alright, let's just finish this. It's not dark enough. Put some toe shadow down. Make sure the pressure size is on. That'll help me get into some tighter spots without having to resize the brush. Closer you get, the more mistakes you see. Really left these ears kind of scrubby, didn't we? I'm sort of okay with that. Wouldn't that be a little darker? Like this saddle thing. I don't know, the brush definitely doesn't feel like it's gonna freak out on me. And it's rare for it to go full 2 streams without a problem. May have found the issue. Now I know what it is. If I hear someone else having that problem, I can like swoop in and be like, oh, haha, it's because of RF interference. And I will be their god. They will worship me from afar. Just like I would have done to anyone who had fixed this problem for me. If I had not figured it out by myself. I would worship that person. I will be the hero. I think we need this shadow here. Let's do it. We're doing it. That was too much. Man, I cannot believe all the freaking watercolor paper I found today. Do you have any idea how much that stuff costs? Like a full sheet, a full-size sheet, which is 22 by 30. It's like $10. I must have like 50 sheets. This stuff is no slouch. It's like name brand. In fact, I went off on a tangent earlier when I was explaining it. I don't know what tangent I was going on, but I was going on it. I was talking about Arch, aka Arches. It's good stuff too. It's like 140-pound paper. Not that it weighs that much, but you know, in real life or anything. But actually, it is by weight. It does weigh that much. It's just not per sheet. That's all. That's all. It's just not per sheet. Wow. It would be very heavy paper. Well, it's also measured in GSM, grams per square meter or something like that. They're usually labeled with both. 140 pound is pretty thick. That's got to be a couple hundred. I swear I must have paid, well, I don't know. That's like $400 worth of paper. I imagine it was on sale or something. I would have never paid that much. It had to be on sale. And this was what, 20... What? I'm going to say 2013 or something like that. It's been over a decade I've had this paper. So who knows how much it cost a decade ago? Maybe $5 to $7 a sheet, maybe. Of course, if you buy it like more than 10 sheets, you get like a discount, which they've always had that. I'm amazed that they still have this pricing structure. This is Dick Blick that I'm talking about. Oh, and it did it. So I guess not. There you go. Brush freak out. I told you. You can't trust it. There it was. And it localized all in this one little spot. Whatever it is, I mean, it probably is RF getting in the way, but it's probably also hold on. It's probably also not completely fixable. And it just did it again. Yeah, there's something wrong. I'm gonna have to fix this. The shadow is a little too much. It's like a double shadow going on back here. No. And there's my watch, but that was like an hour ago. Not anything right near it. Yeah, the only notices on my phone either have been like over an hour. Twitch does not give out things anymore, alerts to anything. They're likely not giving out alerts to my channel either. Well, they probably, I don't know, they probably are, and I'm just getting ignored. That's likely. That's fine. It just makes me dig into YouTube a little harder. I don't know if I like this or not. I'm gonna do like a shadow here. Like here. I'm gonna be kind of sketchy right here. It tried to do it up here, I think. So I think it is combating it, but it just sometimes there's some kind of a spike or something periodically that just it can't handle. Darn it. There, just give it sort of a leathery appearance. Well, I did think of that. I was like, well, did something come on? But it's just my watch. That's the only thing right next to all this that would that would do that other than my phone. Why is this not there? Every time I'm having a hard time with this brush, it's because I have the opacity off. There we go. Ow. Like invariably it's because I have the opacity, pressure opacity off. And I turn it off and on as I go. That's why I had to create a toggle for it, like a hotkey. Well, I don't know, I would think it'd be something like nearby. This is so boring, this part right here. I just don't know how to jazz this up. Other than with a lot of detailed drawing. Which I don't want to do. Not today, son. Just extend that shadow a little bit. I think I'm okay with this so far. So let's just leave it. And let's tighten up and then call it done. Until we come back for background practice. I'll leave the hat scrubby on the edges. And so by tighten up, I mean this stuff here. Yeah, see, it tried again there. Like, it is wanting to do it. It is really trying hard. So I think we've thwarted it as much as we can in the way, because I cannot get it any further away from the PC. Because this dongle will not work in anything else. It has to be like a direct connection. See, because I have another area where it's further away, but it's plugged into another thing. Like, it's not fast enough. In other words, the cable that it's plugged into, it's not fast enough. So it just won't even work. Uh-oh. I want to be careful not to rabbit hole on these goggles, and I think I'm starting to. So we have to start doing t-shirt ideas. I don't know what that'll be like. The problem is there's a lot of thieves out there, and I don't really want my ideas stolen. Where someone steals my idea and churns out like some AI thing and instantly in like 5 seconds has something exactly like what I was doing. Right? That's how non-artists horn in on the art market. Taking money away from the people who actually worked at it. I mean, half my stuff is probably stolen already. I'll probably find it on the internet somewhere. We're not going to super detail these. We're just going to get rid of the white spots. Of course, even the Discord is going to be a place where I can't really share stuff. Especially since we've opened it to like more people. Let's grab this other one. This has a much harder edge. Who knows, maybe it's a neighbor. Cause my RF interference. Oh my god, that'd kill them though if that was happening. Unfortunately, it isn't. Man, I wish that would happen. I freaking hate my neighbors. Never be such a bad person that the world would be better off without you in it. That's my that's my take. And I can think of a lot of people that fit that. Like, always be yourself, but if that means being the kind of person that people wish was dead, yeah, you're probably not such a great person. You should probably change that about yourself. Stop being a jackass. Right? Yeah. Like, stop and think. Is the world a worse place for me being in it? Oh, I should probably stop that shit. I should probably cut that out. Braxton said so. That's what that one day that I get the comment in the in this comment section at YouTube. That one day I get the comment and someone's like, you know what? I listened to your advice and I stopped being a jerk. Thanks to you, Braxton Wise. That's what we're looking for. I want that comment to happen. It won't. I'll probably get a death threat instead. But hey, as long as it's interaction. YouTube likes interaction. Hey, R.L. Perkins. More chill and calm than Sonic the Hedgehog. Is that what you're saying? I hope you're doing okay today. Welcome in. Tightening up on a pair of goggles here for my frog friend here. Jose Vital. Did I say that right? I know, I'm just kind of stylizing it now. I'm Chill Frog. I hope you're doing okay. Welcome in. I think we're finishing this today. Although this will come back. Hold on, there's a thing. There. I can see a smudge right there. All right. We'll revisit these later once we start doing background practice. Alright. I'm trying to leave the edge of this hat alone. I want it to stay sketchy. Interaction does drive the algorithm. Refraction. I keep thinking, if I keep saying that, people are gonna keep wondering who Woo Woo is. I mean, like, I don't see a Woo Woo in the chat. I said it right. Okay, nice. It's good to meet you. I'm Braxton Wise of Third Coffee Studio, and I draw frogs. A lot. Maybe obsessively. And there's the thing. What layer are we on? Oh crap. Did I mix those layers together? I bet I did. It's fine. We're near the end anyway. We're just in the cleanup phase. Leaving some stuff sketchy, tightening up other stuff. Of course, that's not helpful if this is on the wrong layer. Yes. I think it's on the cat shadow layer, right? I'm not sure what we're doing for tomorrow, if we're fixing or finishing this today. What am I missing? I don't know why we did this double shadow, but it's there. There it is. One of these days we'll set up for oil painting and stuff. It's just, it would need cameras, like more than one camera, and we just cannot do that. That's going to be in the far off future. Just grab that instead. It's on top of paint. I don't want to be erasing that. Well, leave these a bit sketchy as well. At this point, I'm not even caring what layer we're on. There. I want to overlap that so it really sells it that it's back there. Hold on, I need a softer brush for that. I'll leave that sketchy. I feel like we're there. Mr. Atomic, welcome in. This is what we have so far. We've worked on the eyes of the frog, which I can't make them look as good as the cat eyes. But they're also kind of, the eyes are the wrong kind of eyes anyway to be doing this with. So cats have this, like the inside where the color part is, it's like flat, like a disc or something. So you get this like shelf or ledge thing going on. Because even though they're not set in that deeply, there's still that kind of a shadow inside their eye. And I think it's because that disc is kind of flat, if I remember right. It's not like rounded out with the rest of the eye. And I'm trying to remember because it's been a long time since I've been that close to a cat. I'm allergic, so I tend to stay clear from them. Right? We just clean it up. I think we're gonna call it in a bit. Oof. There. The magic of digital is being able to do that. That wasn't completely black. I don't know why the top hat is black. It should be brown or some kind of leathery color, but I don't know. I feel like we should shift that over this way too because it's too far out over the eye. But I'm just gonna say it's because the angle of the head. That's my excuse. I'm sticking with that. We did some shading on the saddle and down here. He didn't? Yeah. Well, I mean, I shouldn't be pointing it out. I know. I really should not. Should we sign it? I don't really do signatures on these things. It's not even done. Eventually we're gonna put like a background in it. Like that. I feel paranoid even There. It's too big. The signature is gigantic. We just put initials there. I don't know. I don't want to do that. For some weird reason, I don't want to sign these things. I feel it takes away from this. We'll do a signature thing once I. Is that a smudge? No, it's just on my monitor. We'll do a signature thing once I put a background in it. It'll be small though. I have to practice a signature, I guess. Right? Do we mess up the face at all? It's okay. I'm not gonna nitpick. This took like 3 streams, 4 streams. Like every minute of that. Thank you, Woo Woo. I appreciate that. Well, I will put this up on Blue Sky later. And which the Blue Sky, my Blue Sky and my Discord, those are in the YouTube description under the video. And here on Twitch, I say here. I'm on both places. I'm not actually here on Twitch. And Woo Woo did that already. And there, you can follow my Discord, my Blue Sky, and if you're on Twitch, follow my YouTube. And I guess that's it for today. I was wanting to sketch out some ideas for t-shirt design, but I just don't think that it's a good idea. I think I need to keep that. I think I need to keep that that stuff under my hat and just share it with, like friends for like feedback before I release them. And then once I do that, then once things are in production, I have the storefront up, the eBay storefront, and the merch is up and ready, then we would be able to show it. But I don't want to do that before I actually put the stuff out there, I guess. I don't know. Here. Oh my god. Why did it try to save chat? I tried to do Control S to save, and it just popped up a thing to save chat. What am I saving chat from? I just had the wrong focus. Okay, everyone. Thank you a ton for hanging out with me today. I very much appreciate you. And please come back next time. I'll be here tomorrow. I stream Friday through Sunday. I'm not sure what we're doing tomorrow. There was that whole... We could do a naturalistic frog. Right, which, when I say that, I mean like a real species. There's that one that there's those spiders, those tarantulas that keep small frogs as pets. And I wanted to do a thing of that. I always like drawing the really freaky frogs. Because they're, at least they're... I mean, all frogs have freaky coolness, but the ones that are obviously freaky, so that way... people stop and look. I think the whole frog and tarantula thing would look cool. But then I'm gonna have to figure out how to draw tarantula hair. And if that's anything like cat hair, it's gonna be tough. Anyway, everyone have a really great day. Thank you for hanging out.